Hey everyone, welcome back. Today I'm going to be looking at the Flow Z13. This has the AI Max 395 chip in it, and I'm going to be versing it against the OneXGPU 2, which has the 7800M graphics card in it. So this is going to be just an idea of whether or not it makes sense to have an eGPU with a 395 device. And we'll go through the tests to get a good idea of that. If you saw the video I released a week ago, that was against the 7600M XT, which is the OneXGPU 1. It's also in a lot of different other eGPUs. That one has a VRAM of 8 gigs. This has a VRAM of 12 gigs, so that's gonna give us an even better boost. Of course, if we ran this over on an external monitor, we'd get a little bit of higher boost on that as well, about 10% of an increase. But we're gonna keep everything tight to the internal display of the Z13, and that's gonna just keep everything consistent here. Once I get my hands on the Onexplayer Apex, which I do have on order, but those won't start shipping until the end of January. Once I have that in my hands, I'm actually gonna set it up against the liquid cooling dock, and then I can do an external display kind of comparison between those devices. But if you're looking to get into a 395 device, this will at least give you an idea of should you upgrade. If you already have a OneXGPU 2, does it make sense to just keep running that instead? So let's jump into it. First up is the time spy, and you can see that I have the OneXGPU 2 selected, so I'll go ahead and run that. So 11,986, and if you watch the other video, you'll know that the AI Max 395 hit 10,119. Let's keep going with the tests. Again, I'm gonna mimic the same ones that I did with the 7600M XT, and then we'll do some actual gameplay with Spider-Man 2. Over on Cyberpunk 2077, I haven't changed a thing since the video versus the 7600M XT, so everything is exactly the same. We have 1200p full screen, and then over at the graphics, it's set to a high with resolution scaling turned off, frame gen turned off, and again, you can see high. And I'll scroll down so you can see all the rest of the settings. So we'll go ahead and run that benchmark. All right, so with Cyberpunk 2077, we're at 6580 for the average FPS. Again, no settings have been changed. With this test, I will run a new one with just the 395, so let's check that out. All right, so 8057, that's basically identical to the score I got a week ago on the other video, and that was 7961. So really comparable, slightly better. It is interesting that with Cyberpunk 2077, we actually get the better score with the iGPU, which is the 8060S with the 395 chip, over the OneXGPU 2. So for this example, you don't really need the OneXGPU 2. Of course, again, if we're using an external display, we'll get a little bit of a bump off of there, but the performance internally is really good. So let's move over to Spider-Man 2 and take a look at what actual gameplay will look like. And over on Spider-Man 2 with the OneXGPU 2 connected, I have it at the same settings as I did the last test. So that's full screen, 1200p, frame gen is turned off, and then I have it at a medium preset. So nothing has changed from the 7600 MXT testing that I did. And again, you can see the actual overlay at the corner here. And we'll go jump in to this emergency. So 43 FPS, this is a little bit lower. I feel like it should be, but that's what it says. No stealth here. So 44 FPS. And it definitely feels more sluggish than the 395 chip with the OneXGPU 2. And again, that could just be how the game performs with the specific graphics card. All right, let's flip over to the internal iGPU with the 8060S. It's just so fun to play around on this game. Okay, over on the iGPU, you can see nothing has changed with the settings. They are exactly the same.
First step, head to Little Odessa.
Let's see if I can't trigger another emergency. Like the FPS is so much better already. There we go.
Hey, mind if I help?
Sweet, I got help this time. Not that I need it, but...
Gotta patch up that tanker fast. Can be a mysterious stranger less often, you know.
She doesn't want to high-five me either. Ugh, she won't high-five Miles either. Oh well, left me hanging. Overall, I thought the performance was going to be a lot closer with the 7800M and the 395 8060S iGPU, especially when the time spy came out so strong with the OneXGPU 2. So having an eGPU, if you had a device with an Oculink and you were pushing on this OneXGPU 2, you would see some really good performance still comparable to the 395. A lot closer anyways, especially if you're using an external monitor and that Oculink combination. But because we're limited to the Thunderbolt 4 port on here, you really have to have a higher end eGPU to really see the performance. So over here, I have the 9070 XT AMD card, and this has 16 gigs of RAM on it. That will definitely give a boost on this for any of the games. You can run 4K all day with that thing. So any NVIDIA card that's similar to that, you know, the 5070, the 5080, the 5090, those will all perform really well for the 395 devices with an eGPU setup, even though it's limited to the Thunderbolt 4 connection. All of the driver dates match. They're both on turbo. I have more detailed settings in the description, but I'd love to know what you think, if this was helpful for you. So let me know down in the comments. Hit that like button if you enjoyed this, and subscribe if you haven't already. Take care till the next one.